Volume 2, Hadith 706, narrated Urwa. I asked Aisha, how do you interpret the statement of Allah in Surah 2, 858? Verily, As-Safa and Al-Marwa, the hillocks, are among the symbols of Allah, and whoever performs the Hajj, greater pilgrimage, to the Kaaba, the cube at Mecca, or performs Umrah, the lesser pilgrimage, it is not harmful for him to perform tawaf, circumambulations, between them. And he said, by Allah, he thought it was evident from Revelation, there is no harm if one does not perform the tawaf between Safa and Marwa. Aisha said, O my nephew, your interpretation is not true. Had this interpretation of yours been correct, the statement of Allah should have been, it is not harmful for him if he does not perform tawaf between them. But in fact, this divine inspiration was revealed concerning the Ansar who used to assume ihram for worship, an idol called Manat, which they used to worship at a place called Al-Mushallal before they embraced Islam, and whoever assumed ihram for the idol would consider it not right to perform tawaf between Safa and Marwa. Now, one of the things that we should probably look at that has usually been glossed over is the simple aspect. Yes, you fulfill the requirement, and that's primary. But there's this symbolic importance to these places and the acts of worship performed there. When they embraced Islam, they asked Allah's apostle, peace be upon him, regarding it, saying, O Allah's apostle, we used to refrain from tawaf between Safa and Marwa, so Allah revealed, verily, the mountains, As-Safa and Al-Marwa are among the symbols of Allah. Aisha added, surely Allah's apostle set the tradition of tawaf between Safa and Marwa, so nobody is allowed to omit the tawaf between them. Later on, Urwa, told Abu Bakr bin Abdurrahman of Aisha's narration, and he said, I have not heard of such information, but I heard learned men saying that all the people, except those whom Aisha mentioned, and who used to assume ihram for the sake of Manat, used to perform tawaf between Safa and Marwa. When Allah referred to the tawaf of the Kaaba and did not mention Safa and Marwa in the Quran, the people asked, O Allah's apostle, we used to perform tawaf between Safa and Marwa, and Allah has revealed the verses concerning tawaf of the Kaaba and has not mentioned Safa and Marwa. Is there any harm if we perform tawaf between Safa and Marwa? So Allah revealed, verily, As-Safa and Al-Marwa are among the symbols of Allah. Abu Bakr said, it seems that this verse was revealed concerning the two groups, those who used to refrain from tawaf between Safa and Marwa in the period of emotional ignorance. Primary Islamic sources don't mention a pre-Islamic period. But certainly certain peoples and individuals would not have been there. Jahiliyyah. People say, I prefer saying ignorance of emotion, because if you say emotional ignorance, which is accurate enough, people are going to think you're criticizing emotion, and that's not the point. And those who used to perform the tawaf then, and after embracing Islam, they refrained from the tawaf between them, as Allah had enjoined tawaf of the Kaaba. It did not mention tawaf of Safa and Marwa. till later after mentioning the tawaf of the Kaaba.